Hello and welcome back or to my channel. I thought I would do a show and tell of my planners, date book, and tarot journal, and just regular journal for 2025. So I've got a little stack here. So I wanted to hurry up. Oh, sorry, the table's going all over. So I really wanted to get this video in because I want to start filling these in. So I got the Witch's date book, and it's obviously for 2025. So we have 2025 Witchy Planner. This is by Mildred Lunar, book all rights reserved. Even though it says copyright at 2024, it is for 2025. So this one gives you the Sabbats, and then it gives you some information on each. Okay, I had to pause my tape and fix my table. It was wobbly. So you get all these, you get all the information on the Sabbats, excuse me. The font, some of the font is a little hard to read, but you get the seasons, you get moon phases. I mean, I'm not going to go through the entire book, but just to show more on the moon phases. Beautiful little artwork. You could actually color this in throughout the year. Here we have the zodiac signs, moon phase dates, which is always really helpful. Over here we have astrological dates for 2025. Here you get a whole page about crystals and their properties. And down here, check your crystal's energy. So it shows you ways to do that. A lot of people think you can just bring a crystal home, cleanse it real quick, and boom, it's gonna do what it does. No, you have to spend time with each crystal. You have to program each crystal and all of that. So here we have candles, all the colors and what they're intended for. Always remember, though, a white candle will take the place of any candle. Over here we have numerology. What's this one again? This is the date book. Candle magic, anointing a spell candle. Preparing, anointing, oil, directions. I mean, if you're a witch, you know, but it's really cute to have all this stuff in one little spot. Candle smoke meanings, magic spell candle cheat sheet, candle colors, magical uses of colors, candle colors, more, it's continued on. Candle magic, moon phases and weekdays. I always try to burn a candle for the corresponding day. Like if it were Monday, the color is silver or white, so I would burn a little, just a little chime candle. Candle magic reference sheet. You have lots of good little information in here. Candle magic, steps to candle magic. Candle magic, the basic. You can always go in with a highlighter and highlight everything. This is all black and white. There's some Wicca here. I'm not Wicca. I mean, I started out as Wicca, but it wasn't for me. But anyways, candle wax, divination. Got a lot about candles in here, which is great because candles are my go-to when I do rituals, spells, magic. Herbal magic. herbs for magical purposes. You get a nice little list there. Not all of them, but these are some pretty, you know, witch's staple amount of herbs that most of us use. But I mean, there's a few that are missing. But what is plant magic? How to use magical herbs. Magical harvesting, drying and storing herbs. Charging herbs for magical use. Smudging. And this is just so cute. I'm going to speed it up a little bit because we got a few books to go through. Magical teas. Again, magical teas. You get recipes. There's also spells throughout the book. Little spells. Magical sugar. Magical baths. Witchy wisdom. Magical baking tips. Sorry, I had a big yawn there. Lots of stuff. Lots of stuff. Herb magic spell. Oh, herb magic, and then we have, these are some spells. Get a prosperity spell, and see, they're pretty easy. Even gives you a little incantation, as you know, that you can use. And then here's a look at the moon calendar for 2025, and then you get this pretty little page here, and then more of the moon calendar for each month, another pretty little page. And then you go into each month, and you get a little space for notes, plus you get your calendar. They do have your full moon, new moon, and all that. And then up here you get a little affirmation for each month. So it's like that for all the months. And then once you get back there, you have so January, you have these spaces for notes and such. Like Monday, you can put the date on there. Don't forget. And then you have some notes. And then that is the rest of the book. Wait a minute. I think they're... Let me just double check. Yeah, and then you get these little, like, art pieces. And then you get a page for some notes. So that is the one I chose, and I looked and looked and looked and looked through so many of them, and I couldn't come up with one. I really wanted one with the binders, like the ring binders, but I like this one. So that one was Witch's Date Book. All of these I purchased off Amazon, and my little lamp just fell over. Got it. Okay, next is the 2025 Witch's Diary. Last year I had the 2024 Witch's Diary. That was a red one. By Flavia Kate Peters and Barbara. I cannot pronounce that name, so I'm not even going to attempt it. Mine is for the Northern Hemisphere. So the only thing that drives me crazy about these is this flap, but I think it's supposed to be like a bookmarker or a little spot where you can shove things in there. I might cut that piece off. So here we are, and this book is awesome. There's just so much in here. Pioneers of the Craft, Hail and Welcome. You get some incantations. You guys probably can't see much of the words, but moon phases. Lunar and solar eclipses, and it gives you all the dates for those. And then we have our full moons over here, January through December. Like January is the Old Frost Birch Cold Moon, which we're in right now because full moon's 3 days. And it is a time of letting go of the past and invoking the new. So they even give you, you know, types of magic to perform on each full moon. The Wheel of the Year, cross-quarter festivals and equinoxes. And just like the other book I just showed, you get so much stuff, but as you can see in here, you know, we're getting a little bit different. planting and harvesting days, new moon, waxing moon, first quarter moon, full moon, waning moon, last quarter moon, planet rulers and signs, the goddess and moon phases. Then over here we have magical weekdays. I always love anything that says magical weekdays on it. I just love it. And I try to, you know, follow some of them. Then we have magical moon times to cast spells. I personally believe, and in my practice, I cast whenever I feel like it. But the full moon and new moon are the times I really get into rituals. Okay, magical meanings of colors. Then you get trees of power, and I'm just going to start flipping through, and then a list of trees, a tree incantation, and then we go into the 2025 Witch's Diary. So here we have January, and again it gives us our full moon up there information. Then it gives you a bunch of stuff down here. It gives you the goddess and the crone for the month of January. Some moon magic for January, more about the cold moon, some ritual magic for January. It's actually going into December. You get the last 2 days of December 2024, and then you're going down through January. So you get all these you know, facts and stuff about history and such. And then here's some more on January. Then you get a witchy tip on this one for January. Then out of the broom closet. And then you go, oh no, we're still in January, sorry. You get some kitchen witchery. We're talking about mandrake, and then mandrake and passive. And here we are still in January. And again, you get some historical facts, which is so cool. And then finishing up January, and you get a New Year spell here. And then we're moving into February, and that's Brigid because in bulk. So February we have the ice, snow, Rowan, quickening moon, and these are just, you know, the moons are given several different names. It's a time of purification and hope. You get information about Imbolc, more information about Imbolc, witchy recipes, witchy wisdom, witchy tips. You go into the last few days of January, then you start into February. And so on. Imbolc incantation, which is wisdom, about the moon in February, and some moon magic, some ritual magic, familiar's message. I mean, it's such a magical book, so I don't want to spoil it for everyone, but it just goes on and on like that through the entire book. And I think you get a pretty good little section to write things down. If not, you know, that's what your journal's for, possibly. Then in the back, you get a bunch of witchy facts, witches of royalty, witches, museums, memorials, and places to visit, witch organizations, banishing ceremony, witchy tip. This was going on from... And it brings us into January of 2026. So we are able to have a little bit of time to, you know, get our 2026 shit together. But let's get through 25. So that is the 2025 Witch's Diary. I love that one. It's awesome. And then I'm not one to journal, but one of my goals this year is to journal. So I searched and searched and searched for tarot journals. And I found this one. And it is the Wiser Tarot Journal. Guidance and practice includes over 1,900 full-color tarot stickers. So this journal belongs to blah, blah, blah. And covers the dates blank to blank. You get a little ribbon bookmark. And I purchased the Wiser Tarot. It just arrived yesterday to go with the book. So this is going to be my tarot journaling book, and I'm actually going to use this deck for it since it is the Wiser Journal. So you get lots of, you know, stuff about tarot, tools for the journey, one card, and you just go right into it. One card draws, card of the day, evening reflection, fast answers, guidance, clarifying cards. And in the back, this is full of little stickers. And say you pull the Three of Wands. So you put your Three of Wands in this little spot here, the date, the moon phase, deck used, significator card if used, question, first impressions, interpretation, keywords, reflections, and so on. And you get that one card draw for a few pages in. And then we start into 2 card spreads. And they give you some ideas there, like situation, challenge, obstacle, solution, and so on and so forth. And then you've got a 2 card spread. So the same, you know, you pull your tarot card and then you put your stickers in. And then we go into 3 card spreads. And then 4 cards. I thought we had a 5. Nope. Then the Celtic Cross. Isn't that awesome? The Ankh spread. And it gives you best for blah, 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 the positions. And there it is. And they give you an even larger space for the interpretations on that one. The horseshoe spread. So you get a few pages of those to do. The astrological wheel spread. 13 cards. And then my personal spreads. You got some more information how to create a uniquely used spread. And then the rest of most of the book is all pages for your own spread. So if you want to go back to doing 1 card a day, 2 card a day one day, the next day you want to do a full-on reading, you know, no rules. And then toward the end of the book, you get a quick intro about tarot, and then you get all of the cards with a little, and again, it's based off the Wiser Tarot deck. You get your major arcana, and then you go into the minors. So you always have a little reference to look back at if you'd like. And for beginners, it would be a great little set to, I mean, it doesn't come in a set. And then you get your tons of stickers, which is really cool. So I'm excited I can finally use that. Now here's the back of the book. And I think at the beginning, yeah, you get the big table of contents. Welcome to the journey. Why keep a tarot journal? And I think there was a spot, oh, I don't know. I seen a spot somewhere where it says how to use the journal. So that will be my tarot journal, and I'm really hoping that I can stick to that. Then I have The Real Witch's Year by Kate West. And this is really fun. We've got spells, rituals, and meditations for every day of the year. So you open it up. Of course, there's a little bit to read. The table of contents, acknowledgements, beginning, New Year's resolutions, a prosperity. Oh, oops, sorry. Let's go back. And here we are at January 1st. And it's not dated by any year. So you could use this book over and over and over again. So you get what you can do on January 1st. And it goes like that through the whole book. January 2nd, a prosperity charm. January 3rd, to find your totem animal. January 4th, make homemade cough syrup. January 5th, using a pendulum. So this is a book to like kind of, if you want to, you know, try to do something in your practice, you know, every day. A little bit of something. I mean, I do just about every day. If I don't do anything, I at least always light a candle. And this one we have Feeding the Birds, Candle Magic. For feeding the birds, I purchased some pine cones and covered them in peanut butter and then rolled them in birdseed. And I put string on them and hung them. And I watch out my window. The squirrels and the birds just love them. So then you have Candle Magic for the 9th and so on and so forth. And it goes like that through the whole book. It's really cool. Really, really, really cool. So, oh, and I bought this just for a little regular journal. Just, because everybody's so big on journaling, and I've been reading a lot about how helpful journaling is and stuff, so I'm going to try to do that. Like I said at the beginning of the video, I'm not great at journaling. I don't like to stop and find the time to do it. Sometimes I'll sit there with the pen like, and not get anything done. So thank you for joining me as I shared my little witchy planners and journals and such for 2025. Take care and be blessed.